Well, we got Jeromy Hicks in.
Yay!
Hey, thank
One
you.
of my favorite guests.
Oh, stop.
How are you, Jeromy?
I'm doing well. How about you guys?
I'm doing well, doing well.
It's a beautiful. I was going to say it's a beautiful day out. Not quite yet, but
Yeah, it's kinda gloomy right
do have
now.
to say that the temperature change is nice.
It is nice.
It feels good out there this
nice
morning.
because I was sweating yesterday.
Yeah.
So not glowing anymore, sweating.
Yes.
Well, what's going on in North Mason?
Well, it's summertime.
Yes.
North Mason, the population just gets huge.
Yes.
We got boaters out there. We got swimmers. We got all the summer people coming into town, which is great to see them once a year. And our community just has a really big influx of people, campers,
Yes.
and all sorts of stuff. So, really out there trying to urge people to be safe with what they're doing. A couple campaigns we have going out there now is one. We've kind of transitioned away from this burn ban to burn restrictions, trying
Right.
to notify people that there is a difference between the two. And,
Yes.
and we've had really good success with that. People seem to understand that burn restrictions mean something different than burn ban. So
Right.
we're under burn restrictions right now, and basically what that does in the North Mason area is restrict you down to recreational fires.
Right.
And we have some information on design fire pits, how people could design those properly and burn properly, and the setback that those require, and burning seasoned dry firewood, which is important, and understanding that the recreational fire is it's for recreation. It's cooking hot dogs and s'mores, and no bigger.
Not trimming your trees and throwing them in a big old pile and burn.
Exactly right. And we're having really, really good success. Now, there's still the occasional person out there that's kind of going around those obstacles a little bit, and we're educating those as we find them. And citizens are urged, if somebody is burning outside of those guidelines, to call 911, and we'll send the fire department out there to take a look at it. But also understand that right now people are allowed to have recreational fires. Until this morning, till 30 minutes ago, we haven't had one recreational fire in Mason County that has caused any of this wildland fire issues that we're having right now.
Good.
So I think that kind of, people are scared of that, and rightfully so, of the wildland danger, but also understand that the two aren't connected right now.
And it's really dry out there.
It is.
The
It's
grass I
extremely
see
dry.
some on the side of the freeway and stuff. It really dry.
Oh yeah, a spark hits that. It's just gonna.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're really
off.
starting to urge people to be safe with that type of things, right? So, fires on the side of the road can be started from, a numerous different things.
Yes.
Hopefully we're beyond throwing cigarette butts out the car now.
Right.
But, brakes can cause those issues, especially on hills, brake dust coming off the brakes.
Towing, maybe with chains hitting the ground.
RVs with the cable chain or the
Car
link
just
chain.
pulling over on the side of the road.
I saw that the other day. There was a car on the Highway 16. It was pulled all the way over on the side of the road, and I was like, "Whoa!" All the heat coming out from under that car, and they're in grass, a foot tall.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
You have to be careful of that stuff. Some things we're seeing in the north end of the county are target practicing. People are out target practicing, and there's a couple different things. There's different land up there. There's DNR land. There's Mankey land. Some other things that those are private land. You're not supposed to be on their land doing target shooting without the permission. And right now that's not allowed. But if you're on your own property doing it, just be very cognizant that bullets hitting steel cause sparks.
Yeah.
Casings being discharged from your weapon cause sparks, and just be super cognizant of that stuff. We were talking a little bit earlier that some of the safety messages out, and it comes a lot from the east side of the mountains, and they do this even with logging, is once you're done with what you're doing, stay there.
Around.
Stick around for a little bit and make sure that you didn't cause an issue there. Don't just leave right away.
We've had Casey on, and we kind of talked about it a little bit before coming on. If you see a fire, take photos and videos.
Absolutely. So if you see something, say something. That's the slogan we're using right now, especially in kind of some of these fires happening throughout the county. Call 911 immediately. Take some photos of the scene if you can, and the roadway and all that stuff. The detectives want that information. And then, we also have a tip line out there, Crime Stoppers tip line that they're using, and that's 800-222-TIPS. And that's on all the websites right now. But if you see something, say something.
Yeah,
you
and
can call
don't
that.
assume someone else might be calling 911.
Absolutely, and that's I think we've kind of trained ourselves. Oh, somebody else will say something.
Right,
And
right.
right now, it's imperative that people call in, and even if it's the same thing we've heard 30 times, we want to hear it again.
So have you heard any about the fires in California?
No,
Have you been seeing any of that out there?
no, holy
place
smokes.
is on fire.
Yeah, I heard Vancouver, BC's having quite the issue too. So we're fortunate in this county. We've had a lot of staging going on, a fire apparatus, DNRs here in the area. We have brush trucks from around the area that are staging in the kind of centrally in Mason County and in this area that, if there is a call, they can be dispatched right away. They're not coming out of a station, they're coming out of a staging area, which has helped the firefighters that are working these fires. My hat's off to them. They are long, hot days, and they are doing a fantastic job out here with this stuff.
Especially in California, up Highway 74. I mean, it's been 122 in the desert out there, and they're wearing this gear.
Yeah.
So God bless them. But tell us a little bit about the Taste of Hood Canal.
So we got that coming up. That's good stuff. We got August 11th. Taste of Hood Canal is at the Belfair State Park. I'll be on, I think, next week talking a little bit about that for Rotary.
Good.
But the fire district's doing their pancake breakfast that morning, and then transitioning to kind of a barbecue thing afterwards. So if you get some free time, that Belfair Park is awesome.
Yes.
The Taste of Hood Canal is awesome. You can come have breakfast with us, and then just kind of stay the whole day. The park, the water, it's a beautiful area they have up there. So I'm encouraging people that are hear us from the south side of the radio waves here to come up north for a day and come say hi to us.
Well, you kind of mentioned a little earlier about population of Belfair kind of increasing with summertime and lake visits. I hear you got a Life Vest program going?
So we started that a couple years ago, and what we do is a Life Vest loaner program. So at our fire stations and the state parks, you come if you forget your life vest, which is really common, believe it or not, and you need a life vest for the day, or you just don't have one and want to borrow one. You come to our fire stations, our staff stations at Collins Lake and Old Belfair Highway and Tuya, or the two state parks, Tawana and Belfair, and borrow a life vest for the day. And
that's really cool.
It's neat, and I can tell you from the last couple years, they occasionally happen. Holy smokes, this year, they're coming and going. We're watching people come up and grab them, so I think that either more people are swimming this year or more people are seeing the program, and it's working really well. And I just want to remind people that we get these life vests, and that's what they're there for people to borrow and come use them and enjoy the water safely. Back 4 years ago when we started this, that drowning was a huge thing, in the Kitsap, Peninsula Hood Canal area, even down south, and we were trying to curb that, and this Life Vest program it has done that. I mean, we haven't seen one in a couple of years, so in our fire district, so I'm glad to see that working.
It's it's important because we have so much water around here.
Yeah.
I think I saw something 200 lakes in Mason County.
Oh yeah, I always joke with people, well, we got a little water in Mason County. I think it's easier to say we got a little land.
Every boat's required to have.
Yeah. And that's what we've been pairing up with, the boat patrols and the Coast Guard or the state parks or the Department of Fish and Wildlife or the Sheriff's Office all kind of have a boat program, and people literally will come out here and go, "Oh man, I forgot my life vest," and instead of going home, I'll just go to the local fire station and borrow 4 or 5 of them for the day. And get them, and we're trying to do this. Well, not even sign them out, just bring them back as an honor system. The Coast Guard works with us on this. They're the ones that give us the life vests, and we get stuff from Safe Kids to put out there. And our thought is, somebody needs a life vest that bad, take it. I'd rather somebody have a life vest than not.
Yes.
And we have this through some grant funding from Safe Waters and the Coast Guard and the state parks, and that's what they're there for.
Do you get a good return on do they actually...
Yeah, it's amazing. I'll go there and there's none there, and you're like, holy smokes, I hope those come back. And then next day, they'll all be back.
Oh, that's really good.
So they must do it early in the morning.
A lot of honest people out there. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, what else, Jeromy? Anything?
I got all sorts of stuff I could talk about.
We got till 9.
Oh, all right.
Just like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I can hear him in there right now. Get Jeromy off the air. Just kind of reminder to be safe right now. Yeah. And I mean that in all aspects. We have a lot of moving parts in our areas right now. Whether we touched on the life vests issue, we've touched on the kind of the fire safety issue. We have bicyclists out there, we have boaters out there, and we have and when I say transient population, I mean that with the people coming in to their summer homes and their cabins, or even more so, not them, their family members using their cabins.
Oh, yes.
And just, the people who live in Mason County, remember that those people don't live here all the time. So they may not know where these services are, one, or two, the rules. And we find that a lot with people that come into Mason County to go, oh, well, I'll just go outside and burn, or, do this, or prune the bushes because it's the first time I've been here, and start burning those. And we have to remember that they're coming from another area where logically we would say they should know that, but a lot of times they don't. And we find that in our responses that, hey, if they don't know what's going on, let's educate them. And usually that's the last time we ever see them, is once we tell them that. So
exactly.
Know where the services are, know how to get to them, and be safe.
Very cool. Very good.
Jeromy Hicks with North Mason Regional Fire Authority. Thank you for coming on.
Well, thank you guys for having me.
Have
a good week.
To the next visit.
All right. Thank you.